Of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up second and 4 at the 32-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Once more, here's Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Running on first down, Eckler. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Okay, Parker, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Panthers 0.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now it's Herbert. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Eckler will score. Touchdown, Chargers.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense,
take the ball away on defense and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, two-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back there and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though.
Yeah.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Play fake. Mayfield. He'll air this one deep for Anderson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You're trying to get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 40 now on second down. Herbert. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
This will be caught downfield by Marshall. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Mayfield on play action. And his throw here is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. Flush to his right. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Touchdown, Carolina.
Mayfield's pass complete to
That's a prime example of the danger that Baker Mayfield presents when he's able to get outside of the pocket.
And we see many quarterbacks do this in the league. A lot of them have that good mobility, but we see them, they're more like striders, right? There's a smoothness to them. When I watch Baker Mayfield, everything is sharp, hard, aggressive, and he turns it into a big-time shot downfield in a monster play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
That one goes for 30 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offensive coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Herbert off of play action. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On 4th down, Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Marshall. Touchdown, Carolina. Terrace Marshall, 38 yards. And the Panthers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll roll it. And the pressure gets to him again. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
They snap it to Herbert. And Allen's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And he will bring this swung back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Mayfield. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Mayfield off the play fake. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds.
It's a gain of 32, and the Panther first down.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Smith catches left side.
And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal. They nearly had the touchdown, but he's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Herbert, he'll get this out wide to Eckler.
Just a gain of a couple there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And not a great punt here, out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield looks to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Touchdown, Carolina!
Christian McCaffrey